Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Shawn.
It's your boy Rell. You are now rocking with
the Double Shit Podcast. Yo, we want to say thank y'all for tuning into the very first episode.
Happy New Year.
For real. Thank y'all to all the supporters that's tuning in today, that's been asking about the podcast, everybody that's, definitely rocking with us. So
I've been really excited, too. I've been getting emails, DMs.
Yeah, me too.
Messages. Where's the episodes?
Yeah. So basically, man, I'm Shawn. This is Rell. Me and Rell, we've been rocking for a while. We and Rell, we met in high school, right?
Like 12 years, yeah.
Yeah, so we've been rocking for like 11, 12 years.
We didn't really meet in high school. One day we was just in the same class, started cutting ass on each other, and that's really how that went.
Basically, and anybody who don't know what cutting ass meaning, we was joking on each other or whatever. And the rest is history. And, starting a podcast, in my opinion, I said, who's the best person to start a podcast with? I would say your brother, you know what I'm saying?
Someone you got chemistry with. That's
true. So,
pause.
Me and Rell, we don't agree on much, you know what I'm saying? We are total opposites, so...
but that's what makes us brothers.
Yeah,
Two different perspectives, two different ideas, but, that challenging your brain.
Yeah, so me and Rell, we talk basically every day, and every day we argue. And anybody that has an older brother, younger brother... a cousin around the same age, and if y'all close, y'all going to argue.
Yeah, it's constant back and forth.
And this is what we do. We argue about video games. We argue about music
sports.
Argue about fashion. So we say, you know what? Why continue to argue when we can basically do it on a podcast? You know what I'm saying? I say a lot of people do it now, and they getting paid millions of dollars to do it. So
right.
I said,
we be hanging out with people, we be arguing, and they find it funny.
Yeah, like complete strangers. So we said, you know what? Yeah, let's put it onto a podcast. But the Double Shit Podcast is more than just arguing and just joking around. We're going to be talking about some things that you can relate to.
Yeah, because it deals with two hardworking people. That we constantly on the move, on the go, and constantly back and forth from work, from here to there. So we figured that we take some time out to work on our own goals, our own motivation. So we figured we start a podcast to see, where it leads us.
Exactly. Rell has a busy schedule. I have a busy schedule. He works 2 jobs. I work 2 jobs. And that's how we came up with the name Double Shift, because every time he talked to me, I'm like, I'm at work, I'm on my way to work. Every time I talk to him, he's on his way to work or he's at work. So we said, Double Shit Podcast is the best name for this because, there's a lot of people that work a double shift. And double shift don't mean you have to be at work,
Necessarily. Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
People have kids that they have to tend to when they leave work. That's a double shift.
People got to go to school.
That's
and
a
go
double
to work.
Shift.
That's a double shift.
Exactly. If you taking care of an elderly person, a mother, aunt, a grandmother, when you get home, if you have a husband, a girlfriend, whatever it is, when you get home, you can't, you're just not by yourself. You still have to tend to your family, and that's a double shift.
Or you try to get that stuff off, you already know.
Yeah. Well, listen, he's talking about from a hustler point.
What?
Hustler standpoint.
What, T-shirts and, sneakers? What you talking about?
That's still being a hustler, right?
That's true.
That's definitely still being a hustler. So me and Rell thought, you know what? Let's talk to the people that, are the regular 9-to-5 people.
That we can relate to and they can relate to us.
Exactly. Because we have a lot of podcasting that relates to a lot of celebrities, you know what I'm saying? And even though we like hearing about celebrities and watching celebrities, honestly,
what about the regular guy?
Yeah, the person that works the 9-to-5 for the next 20, 30 years might never accomplish what these celebrities have, which is nothing wrong with that. But we need to dedicate something for the, the typical, the normal working man or woman.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So this is what the Double Shift Podcast is about. So definitely support us. Going to the Instagram page, which is @DoubleShift. The Twitter, the YouTube, everything is @DoubleShift. We definitely have pictures up. We have a lot of fun things that we're going to talk about. So
like and comment, man.
Yeah, we definitely want y'all to comment. We want y'all to slide in the DMs and let us know what y'all want to hear.
DMs. I'm married.
Man, listen, slide in my DMs. I'm married too, but y'all still can slide in my DMs and let me know what y'all want to hear. Let us know, what you want us to talk about. I want y'all to basically let us know who's right, who's wrong, who's bugging on this podcast. Because half of the time he be bugging about a lot of stuff.
I don't know what he talking about.
You know what I'm saying? So
he always feel like he right, which he be dead wrong. So.
Yeah, I'm right about 95% of the time because I have facts.
See what I mean?
I have facts to back my stuff up.
You see what I mean?
Anyway, like I said,
facts.
So definitely tune in. We definitely gonna rock out.
Talking about ulterior facts, right?
So guys, now we're about to get into a segment that's my personal favorite called 90 versus 2000s. It's a segment basically the best of the 90s, the best of the 2000s, and we compare the two. And each month we're going to do one segment. So it can be anything from fashion, it could be from music, it could be movies, TV shows, whatever it is. Rel's going to get a generation, I'm going to get a generation, and then we're going to do a top 5 or a top 10?
Top 10.
We'll do a top 10 of, our personal favorites.
From that era.
Of that particular era. And then your job is to judge our top 10.
And pick your own.
And then, you give us your top 10. And if, you feel like we forgot something, let us know that we forgot somebody. Because we're not going to be able to put everybody in our top 10. So we are going to have some people that you might feel like don't deserve to be in our top 10, but they might be in your top 10. And if you have a dope top 10, we'll post it. We'll post it on our page, or we definitely give you a shout out of your top 10. So in this particular segment of 90s versus 2000s, I have the 2000s, Rel's going to have the 90s, and we're going to do the best of R&B artists, basically, not songs, but we're going to do the best of R&B artists. So Rel's going to give me his top 10 of 90s, and I'm going to give you my top 10 of 2000s.
Yeah, somebody heard that. I don't know what you're talking about, but
well, I don't know. If you don't get it, then you shouldn't be listening to the podcast then, because that was basically self-explanatory. But
a couple people kind of slow there.
Well, listen, I don't got nothing to do with me though. So a couple of stipulations. We can have the same artist. So if you do hear the same artist, I don't want you to say like, well, why do you have the same artist? Certain artists came out in the 90s that's still running into the 2000s.
Right, so we're going with their hit songs or their classic songs from the era that they were in.
Exactly. Then you can choose what generation was better for them. Was it the 90s or the 2000s?
And right now, before y'all start killing us, bro, we are going solo artists. We're not going groups at the moment. We're going R&B solo artists because the groups it's too much. So we got to, limit it.
All right, so my number one.
Starting it off?
Of the 2000s, I'm going to start this off. It's going to be the king, Usher, baby. Alright. Usher's my number one. Usher's been around since the 90s, but in my opinion, I feel like Usher had his biggest songs in the 2000s.
I disagree, but okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Confessions. That album was amazing.
Great album.
Alright, it had multiple hit songs on there.
That's true.
And two of my favorite songs off that generation of Usher is going to be Confessions and Let It Burn.
Which he didn't write neither one of those. It's actually Jermaine Dupri. Shout out to him.
Number two, he playing dirty today, so it's cool. But my number two is going to be the Pied Piper of R&B, and that's going to be R. Kelly.
Why would you call him the Pied Piper of R&B?
Bro, he said he was a Pied Piper.
You should have knew he was a weirdo right then.
Boy, he was making hits, so you could be all the weirdos you want to be when you're making hits. You can do whatever you want when you're making hits. Clearly. So yeah, no doubt. So yeah, like come on, like what's his name? Prince wore platform shoes and a blouse.
Watch your mouth. Now you
he wore a blouse, bro, but he was making hits.
That's Prince. It's a big difference.
What do you mean? What is the big difference?
That's Prince.
He was walking around with makeup on his face.
Prince can play a guitar, play a piano, dance, do backflips, and all in. So all I said,
so it's okay.
That's
okay.
That's godlike.
Gotcha.
And then he could disappear. He could float away. Not a lot of people could do that, man.
Yo, my number two is R. Kelly, man. R. Kelly, my two favorite songs from R. Kelly is going to be "Happy People," "Step, Step, Side to Side." Round and round, dip it down, separate, bring it back, and let me see you do the love. Yeah, anyway, and my second joint is going to be Feeling on Your Booty. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know. Yeah, that Feeling on Your Booty. Yeah. When you in the club or you in there with your lady and that song come on, yeah. Shout out to R. Kelly on that one. Nasty. Number three, he's the GOAT of our generation. We grew up with him.
Who you calling the GOAT of our generation?
Chris Breezy.
Chris Brown?
Chris Breezy. Now I'm calling Chris Brown. I'm calling him Chris Breezy.
Chris Brown.
Yes, the GOAT. Yes.
The GOAT.
Of our generation. So, even though he's been in the news for a lot of things, but I felt like, listen, you're not the GOAT unless you get into some trouble.
You about to get arrested for a monkey.
That's cool, you know.
Crazy.
That's cool. Like I said, they out to get him.
Why do you own a monkey?
Because he's the GOAT.
I guess.
When you got money, you can do whatever you like. I think didn't Mike Tyson have like a tiger?
Mike Tyson definitely.
Oh, right, bro. So, like I said, he can have a monkey.
That
monkey
Mike
not
Tyson
bothering.
that right now.
Like I said, Chris Brown not bothering nobody with his monkey. Leave him alone. But yeah, Chris Brown is my number 3.
The type of person to buy a monkey and not take care of it though. Like, he's not taking care of it though. He really just let his monkey bug the fuck out of his house.
Right, but he's gonna come out with an amazing album though.
Yeah, okay.
And everyone gonna forget about all of his treatment that he did to that monkey.
So his neighbors keep going, yo, I'm sick of this monkey.
So yeah, Chris Brown is my number 3. And my favorite 2 songs from Chris Brown is gonna be "No Way" and "Say Goodbye." One of his,
so you like the breakup songs? That's what you like from Chris Brown?
I like when he first came out. Like this is like his
"Say Goodbye" was in that a breakup song?
Yeah, it was. But it was. I don't know. I think I was going through
something.
Right? Yeah, definitely was going through something.
It's never the right time to say goodbye.
Yeah, definitely was going through something. But that's one of my joints, though.
Everybody wanted to break up when I said.
Yo, let's get into our number 4, man. And this is the Queen. And we know who we talking about. And no disrespect to anybody else that call themselves the Queen in the game.
R&B? Go ahead. Let me hear who you call the Queen of R&B.
Beyonce. Alright.
Okay. Yeah,
Beyonce been out since Destiny Child. She been killing it. And as a solo artist in the 2000s, she came out and killed it, bro.
We respect all that.
Killed it. Alright. Then she went and got married to the big homie. Jigga Man, huh? Alright. Young Hova, you heard?
That was a smart decision.
Alright. I think it was. All
right.
They out here doing big things out here.
Big things.
So yeah, shout out to Beyonce. She my number 4, and my favorite 2 is going to be "Dangerously in Love" and "That's How You Like It." Those are 2 of my favorite songs. Those are not her biggest songs, but 2 of my favorite personal songs. So number 4 is Beyonce. Number 5 is going to be the princess of R&B, and that's going to be Riri. A lot of people love Riri. I like Riri. She got style. She's more of like, you like me. If you don't, you don't. And I like Riri. So, Riri's my number 5. And my 2 favorite songs from her is going to be "Work" and it'll probably be "A Round of Applause." I like that song.
Rock Nation out right now, huh?
Yeah. I'm out here with Rock Nation right now. But I'm gonna switch the game up a little bit on my number 6. Okay. My number 6 is going to be one of my favorite white boys, and that's going to be Ed Sheeran. That's definitely my guy. I felt like he got a sick voice, man. When I first heard him, I didn't even know he was a white boy. I thought like he sang with soul, so that's my guy. Soul, baby. So that's my number 6. 2 of my favorite songs from him is going to be "Thinking Out Loud" and "Give Me Love." That's definitely on my playlist. My number 7 is going to be somebody that definitely he did a lot of behind the scene work. And I feel like he doesn't get appreciated for a lot of things he do. And that's going to be Neo. Neo wrote for a lot of people in the industry. He came out with amazing albums when he actually did drop. And, he's still making great music to this day. So, shout out to Neo. That's my number 7. And my 2 favorite songs from Neo is going to be "So Sick" and "Because of You." Those are my 2 favorites from him.
Neo was a dope.
Yeah, I like Neo a lot. My number 8. My number 8 is going to be my guy, Miguel. Now, Miguel has been compared to Prince. He's a very unique artist.
But is he Prince?
No, he's not Prince. Okay. But if you are compared to a legend, that means a lot. And Prince at that, though.
It just means you in the shadow. That's all.
You could be whatever you want. But like I said, a lot of people don't get compared to greats like that. So, shout out to Miguel. He's a very unique artist. He don't have the best voice, but
now you insulting him.
I'm not insulting him. I'm just saying a lot of people would say like, why are you picking Miguel? He doesn't have one of the best singing voices in their opinion. I didn't heard that before. But Miguel is a very creative artist. So that draws you in even more.
But a couple of people you say don't have the best voices. Neo.
Neo can act, but you see, it all in opinion of what type of voice do you like? Do you like someone who can hit high notes, or do you like someone who can hit certain melodies. Like, it's up to you.
I mean,
but
it's R&B.
yeah.
You're supposed to know how to sing at the end of the day.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because you know how to yell, that don't mean that you have one of the best singing voices. But Miguel's my number 8, and my 2 favorite songs from him is going to be Skywalker and Sure Thing.
Skywalker.
My number 9, in my opinion, she's one of the best female singers of all times, and that's my girl, Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige, of course, came out in the 90s, but, you know, she definitely still doing her thing.
A lot of disrespectful. Why you got Mary J. Blige all the way at number 9? This is not in no particular order, or this in order?
It's not.
You stuttered, so this is an order.
No, it is in order, but like I said, I this was a hard decision. I took a lot of people out. I put a lot of people in, but like I said, she made my top 10.
Gotcha.
So Mary's in my top 10. She's my number 9. My favorite 2 songs from her is going to be Without You and Family Affair. Okay. When Family Affair came out in 2000, yeah, it got a lot of people through what they was getting through. So that's my number 9, and my last and final number 10 is going to be my other favorite white boy, Justin Timberlake.
That's number 10.
Yes, number 10. Justin Timberlake, been around since the NSYNC days. That's my guy. He's definitely been putting on for a while. So shout out to Justin Timberlake. My favorite 2 songs from him is going to be Bringing Sexy Back and Until the End of Time. You know, and I have a couple of other people who didn't make it, but you know, I'll let Rell get into his 90s, and I'll let you know who didn't make my list. Yo, Rell, you up, boy?
All right, let's get straight into it. We going 90s.
90s.
And I'm gonna stick specifically to the 90s.
To the
right?
90s.
So we gonna start it off very simple with.
Yeah, hold on. Is this in order?
This is not in order.
All right, it's not in order. Yeah, it's not in order.
Just a list. It's not in order. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go start from the bottom actually.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the people on my list is Faith Evans. Faith Evans makes my cut definitely. One of her 2 of the songs that I love about her is Can't Believe and You Used to Love Me. Dope songs. And she can really sing. She can definitely really sing circles around people.
Faith Evans is she's cool, but in the 90s you could have did better.
Nah, but she's a singer. I'm focused on when I say R&B, I'm focused on singing.
And I totally understand, but
she's a singer. She can sing circles around half the people you just said.
I don't know about that, but
she can sing circles around.
I don't know about that.
Anyway, next shorty I got on my.
Like I said, next shorty.
See
the respect he got, but go ahead.
Next shorty I got on my list is, I say shorty because you know, this is one of the girls that we all used to look at. Brandy.
I like Brandy.
Brandy definitely can sing circles around half the people on your list.
I don't believe that. She had an okay voice. She had an okay voice. I like Brandy.
It was so amazing that Disney wanted to use her as a princess.
But Disney wanted to use a lot of people.
Like who?
Didn't they use Raven Simone too?
Yeah,
they used Raven Simone. They used a lot of people. Like they used whoever's hot at the moment. Like
they put her next to Whitney Houston. To sing.
But wasn't Whitney Houston like her godmother or something?
Something like that,
yeah. So
it makes sense.
That's her godmother. So if that's like whatever that
voices.
Is. Yo, listen, I'm not taking it away. Yo, shout out to Brandy.
2 of her favorite songs is I Wanna Be Down and Have You Ever.
You didn't like
Yo, come on.
Yeah, do your thing, bro.
Yeah, shut up.
You corny, bro.
Shut up there. I'll let you rock.
You're not even hit, yo. Go ahead.
Here we go. Okay, first of all, let's get straight into it. He said the queen of R&B was Beyonce. What are you talking about? The queen of R&B is Mary J. Blige. So don't disrespect.
But you have to understand.
Put respect on her name. I don't want to.
But she's in my list. It's not like she's not in my list.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is,
number 9 on your list.
That's cool though. She made it to the list.
Two of the greatest songs she ever made was "Real Love" and "Sweet Thing." You already know how those goes. Those are classic.
But those not two of her greatest songs.
Real Love and Sweet Thing is not 2 of her greatest songs.
Well, maybe Real Love, but not Sweet Thing. Sweet Thing was a song that she redid. She redid. So how you gonna say that's one of her biggest, like, whatever? Go ahead. Yeah. You don't know your history. You don't know your history.
Oh, you sound like a hater. Let me finish my list.
Know your history.
Let me finish my list.
Know your history.
Next one is Janet Jackson. Legend.
All right, I'll give you out of everybody you just said. Shout out to Janet Jackson.
That's The Way Love Goes and All For You. Greatest, some of her greatest hits.
Yes, I'll give you that one.
Next one, Erykah Badu.
He got a whole top 10 of women. I feel you, bro.
They fire.
Equality. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Erykah Badu.
Women are kind of really good singers.
I'm nothing wrong with that, but you're missing a lot of heavy hitters. Erykah Badu.
On and On.
He said Erykah
Next
Badu.
Lifetime. What?
You guys, do you hear this? He said Erykah Badu.
Yeah.
Erykah Badu. And we talking about the 90s. All the people we have in the 90s, and we have legends in the 90s, and he has Erykah Badu
first of all,
in this conversation.
He's a clown.
No disrespect to Erykah Badu, though.
Hold on. What is the list on? The list is your favorite, so I chose my favorite. So what are you talking about?
You corny. Yo, shout out to B. Shout out to your.
Yeah, how your mom's doing though?
She's doing good. How your mom?
Yeah, she good.
Oh, she texting. Hold on.
Yeah, chill out. Yeah, I love you, mommy. What's up? What else? See, now you make me miss out my list, bro.
Yeah, you got Erykah Badu.
Quiet. Erykah Badu. All right. Next one is D'Angelo. D'Angelo definitely put on for
guys,
the
yo, please.
Brown Sugar.
Please go to the Instagram.
Oh, my God.
Go to the Instagram. I want to hear what you got to say. He put D'Angelo. D'Angelo out of everybody. Go ahead, brother. I'm going to be quiet for the rest of this.
D'Angelo. Brown Sugar and Cruising, some of the best hits. Maxwell, another one. Decisions, Something. Two of the good songs by him. Of course, I got R. Kelly, Bump and Grind, and
Cat got your tongue,
Usher.
brother?
Nah, Usher.
Cat got your tongue?
I said Usher already, right?
No, you did not say Usher.
I got Usher, Nice and Slow. You make me wanna.
So what you at right now? How many was that?
That might be 10.
That might have been 10?
Yeah.
So count it down.
Faith Evans.
That's 1.
Lauryn Hill.
2.
Brandy.
3.
Janet Jack.
4.
Erykah Badu.
5.
D'Angelo.
6.
Maxwell.
7.
Usher.
8.
Mary J. Blige.
10. 9.
R. Kelly.
And 10.
Yeah.
So that was his top 10, y'all.
My top 10.
And listen, I'm not even here to be a hater. As a matter of fact,
let's do that whole list, bro.
Let's
do that whole list.
Let's just go through our top 10 again. This is my top 10. He's going to tell you his top 10. My top 10 was Usher, R. Kelly, Chris Brown, Beyonce, Rihanna, Ed Sheeran, Neo, Miguel, Mary J. Blige, and Justin Timberlake.
Okay. My list was R. Kelly,
Mm-hmm.
Mary J. Blige,
Mm-hmm.
Usher,
Mm-hmm.
Maxwell,
Mm-hmm.
D'Angelo,
Mm-hmm.
Erykah Badu,
Mm-hmm.
Janet Jackson,
Mm-hmm.
Brandy,
Mm-hmm.
Lauryn Hill,
Mm-hmm.
Faith Evans.
All right, and like I said, I have no big debate.
You have people on your list that can't really sing. You said it yourself.
Like I said,
You just said it yourself.
I have no real, conflict with this list. I like people. I have a lot of these people on my playlist. But I think about 70, maybe 80% of these people didn't make it out the 90s. You know what I'm saying? So Brandy hasn't had a hit in God's know when.
She had
no disrespect to her. And that was like in 2005.
But you said she didn't make it out the 90s, but it came out in 2000. He had other songs.
That's one
He
song.
had a song with Kanye West. What are you talking about?
That's not big songs.
That was big songs when they came out.
So, like I said,
Full Moon?
Full Moon was
What are you
a hit.
talking about?
Full Moon was a hit. That
You don't
definitely
know
was a
what
hit.
you're talking about.
That was a
Stay
hit.
saying something
All right,
you don't know what you're
so
talking
when
about.
was D'Angelo last hit?
D'Angelo's hit? Pretty Wings?
That's not
Oh,
D'Angelo.
no, he's talking about D'Angelo. Sorry, I thought Maxwell. I'm thinking
No. I know Maxwell. Maxwell had a great album. 2000.
Tour not too long ago.
Yeah, but
I can't tell you. He came out with an album.
Yeah, so you have D'Angelo. Who else was on there?
Erykah Badu.
Erykah Badu. When was Erykah Badu last real big project?
But but my focus is the 90s. My focus is not 2000.
No, I understand what you're saying.
So
what
are you talking about?
All right, I understand what you're saying, but like I said,
about
you
right
missed. There's a lot of big people in the 90s that you could have really went with that y'all felt
First
like
of
you
all, I'm going elite, meaning that these people can sing circles around people. These people got flows. These people wrote some of their songs.
So let's take out. So we'll take out Usher and R. Kelly, right? Because we both have them. So we can take that out. And Mary J. Blige, correct? Those are the three we had are the same.
Nah, I'm keeping my Mary J. Blige.
No, I'm saying no.
Mary J. Blige.
I said
Beyonce as.
I said we can take them out because we can't compare them because we both using them, so we can't compare them.
Okay.
So, but you said D'Angelo. I got people like Ed Sheeran who can sing. He can sing.
Ed Sheeran
can sing way better than D'Angelo. Way better. Then we got Beyonce who can hit all type of notes. All type of notes.
She singing better than Brandy?
Yes. Beyonce can sing better than Brandy. Yes.
You're wildin'.
Rihanna.
You're wildin'. Rihanna can sing better than who?
Who you got on there?
Pick a name, bro.
Nah, we ain't gonna say. Whitney Houston is your strongest candidate on there.
Whitney Houston, not even put on the list. Oh, these are other people. I didn't put. No,
you didn't put Mike.
I didn't put Michael Jackson. I didn't put.
My fault.
No,
you should. No. You didn't put Janet Jackson. Sorry,
yeah,
my fault. Yeah, you put Janet Jackson.
I can't put those people on the list.
So who didn't make your list?
Who didn't make my
list?
Yes,
who didn't make the
names
list?
That didn't make
Yeah,
my
I'm
list.
listening.
I got Casey and JoJo, Joe, Babyface,
yes,
Monica,
yes,
Jill Scott,
yes,
Gerald Levert, Kevin Campbell.
You forgot about Cisco,
Tyrese,
Faith.
No, I got Faith.
You got Faith.
Bobby Brown,
yes.
Anita Baker, Brian McKnight.
Don't forget about
Shaka
Genuine,
Khan,
baby.
Genuine, yeah.
Can't forget about Genuine. Those are my guys.
Yeah,
they and you know what, guys? Don't get it confused that I'm criticizing that list. That's his favorite. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm like, the names he just named that didn't make the list, those are people that I rock with, like Tyrese, Genuine, Tank, Cisco, Slim from 112. Like, these are dudes that
I told you I'm not choosing no group.
No, I understand what you're saying. But I said Slim. Like an individual. He's an individual artist.
Connoisseur.
You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of people on that list. So, like I said, it was more of his personal favorite. On mine, who didn't make it. Trey Songz didn't make it on my list. Alicia Keys. And that was a hard one because I wanted to put Alicia Keys in there. Keisha Cole didn't make it. Ashanti didn't make it on my list. Fantasia didn't make it on my list. Jeremiah didn't make it on my list. I have a lot of people that didn't make it on the list that really, would be on anybody else's list. But that's what my personal opinion. That was my 2000, my best artist of the 2000. That was Rell.
Best artist of the 90s.
Of the 90s in his opinion, which I thought was corny, but whatever.
Yep.
And we want to hear your top 10. Please go to our Instagram. Please go to the website. Go to the YouTube.
Double Shift Podcast.
Let us know what's up. Let us know who you think had the better list.
Write your list.
Let us know. And, if your list is dope, we definitely going to give you a shout out. We'll repost it, whatever. So definitely holler at us. Yo.
Oh, also, let him know. Let him know about the singers, though.
Yeah.
Because he's talking about credibility. Half of those people on his list, yes, they are well-known stars. But when we talk about talent, bro, some of these people voices are out of control compared to these voices that you hear in the studio.
Half of these people did a lot of drugs too that you're talking about in the 90s, and that's why they didn't get out that.
You're talking about drugs,
yes.
Chris Brown. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The stuff that you be bringing up, I just be wondering, what are you talking about?
What do you mean? What am I talking about?
Why did you bring up drugs just now?
Because I'm telling you, most of these people can't even sing no more because they did so many drugs. So this is what I'm telling you.
Anyway,
y'all,
not that far.
Yo, this is the first episode of the Double Shit Podcast. Yo, I'm your boy Shawn.
It's your boy Rell.
Yo, we up out of here, man. Work harder than you did yesterday.
Check the vibes.